Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for joining our class today, Enlightenment Through Meditation. This is our ongoing sessions. We have talked about a lot of items during these discussions, and I have always welcomed you. And today, once again, I would like to welcome you, thank you, and thank everyone who is here, either physically or mentally or just deep inside within their consciousness. I'm especially thankful to you, all my computer listeners, their fingers, as I say, because it's a bodily function driven by the mind, and mind is driven by the inner consciousness because it wants to hear something. It wants to hear something which is peaceful to the mind, it's music to the ears, and it reaches and penetrates all the way our heart. So once again, thank you and welcome to our this session. As you all know, we have been talking about the enlightenment. And if you think about it, enlightenment can be at any level. If we are walking around in this world, we are enlightened in the mind. That's why we can do our physical duties, whatever is assigned to us, we can do. Why? Because we feel we are enlightened. If the mind wasn't enlightened, how could we have done it? Right? And that makes sense. But when we say enlightenment through meditation, that means we are going inside. As soon as we close our eyes, physical eyes, there is darkness. And that darkness doesn't lead us to anywhere. We quickly want to open our eyes because we feel lost. The enlightenment through meditation takes us to a point where little by little this darkness starts turning into light. And believe it or not, like or dislike, it really doesn't matter. It is that light that never turns off. In the physical body, when we have physical eyes, when we close them, there is darkness. When we open them, if it is light, we see light. If it is dark, it's still dark. And we go to our light switches and turn on the light. But when the inner awareness comes and the enlightenment comes, then there is light that never goes out. And that is why it's called enlightenment. How do we achieve it? Through meditation. Meditation of what? The truth. Because it is inside deep down, we always know the truth. When we start practicing this truth, there comes enlightenment through it. And that enlightenment of wisdom through truth never goes dark. We may be sleeping, we may be awake. We may be taking a shower, we may be digging the dirt in the yard, we may be planting a plant, we may be eating food. It doesn't matter. It's regardless of our physical activities, because this enlightenment is within. So just wanted to share that a little bit, and then go back to our series of enlightenment where we said that as the awareness starts to come and comes forward and we get more in tune within ourselves, the inner treasure, inner qualities start to come up. Qualities can be defined two kinds, right? We have, at the level of mind, we have said these are good things. Whatever gives us peace, whatever gives us satisfaction, whatever gives us, love, that we like and we call them good qualities. Whatever brings turmoil in us, anger in us, greed, lust, anger, as I said, these attachment, all these things when they come in us, we call them kind of bad or negative or at least not positive qualities. That's how it goes. Because someone in their awareness has defined when the virtuous characters come in it, how they benefit us. Physical body or after leaving the body. Because we know that physical body as law indicates or dictates, it comes and it leaves. But we quite don't know where the consciousness goes and what we take with it. Although we all know we think this way, we think good, we think bad, we think negative, we think positive. And someone who was at the higher level of awareness gave us an understanding the good versus bad. So we who were not so high at that point, we took their word for it. And we said, okay, this is good, this is not so good. Which is good in a way because we need some kind of guidance. We are not so awakened as yet, if you will, that we in our own situation can define. So we need help, we need crutches. So we use their experience to define what is so good and what is not so good for us, within us, at the level of consciousness that we will take forever with us. Body we will leave, but consciousness, me, you, generally we address, hey, how are you doing? And the person may answer, hey, I'm doing good. Or he may say, I'm doing good, but my body is not doing so good. We, who is possessing the body. And it is a thought that as we grow more into inner awareness, sinks into us. We realize it more as the time progresses, as our journey becomes more and more advanced with time. Because everything takes time. So with that, we were going to talk about today the quality which emerges in us, and that is satisfaction. Satisfaction is something makes us feel real good. We are satisfied. Satisfaction is a feeling at two levels. At physical level and an inner level, a mental level. When we get very hungry, we feel like we need to eat food. And that's good, we need to eat food, right? So with that food, what happens, the physical body's need gets fulfilled. We gave it the charge it needs to run around, do the job it needs to do. So that is, physical body is satisfied. And then comes the inner pleasure. When we go to a nice place, they served us well, they asked us what we need, we liked the food, and we enjoyed the food. That's called enjoyment. So the satisfaction came. First there was desire came in us. We went and ate the food. The physical body got fulfilled, which is good. And then after that, what happened is our inner self also got fulfilled because we ate. And inside, outside, when we came with friends or whatever, we said, hey, we really enjoyed the food. That's good. That's called satisfaction. But at the same time, also what happened is after we went home and 2 days passed or 3 days passed, again there is a desire. Because this is body, it's demanding something today, something tomorrow. So we fed it again, we went through the cycle again, and then it kept on going. So are we satisfied? Yeah, we are satisfied. And we feel good. But what happens after a certain time, as the time grows more and more, we started feeling, hey, we have been going to this particular place and we have been asking for this. Yeah, we are happy about it, but why don't we try that other restaurant or other place? We want to go there now. We want to drive more. We want to do this more. We want to order more. We want to order some, very exquisite things for us. and we want to try that. Now our demand and desire got further enhanced because we could manage this one. So we went and we did that. So we went and again ate and again felt good. Then after a while, we are doing good and we felt like, okay, we went here, we went there, now we should go further up and further up, because these feelings keep coming to us. When we do this, yeah, let's do better. Let's do better. This is a feeling comes in everyone. But let's do better. And just to share a thought about this, why this feeling comes, because we are the drop of that power which is complete, which possesses everything. So if it has everything, we also want everything because we are the drops of that everything. So there is always a desire to get better, like better, move on for something better. And that is never satisfied. We are chasing that desire all the time. When it moves further, we are behind it and we want to get satisfied. We get satisfied, somehow our desire gets further and we chase. We get satisfied, we get that. So in a way, we call ourselves satisfied, but if you look at it in terms of going further and further, what we don't have, we become more dissatisfied because we want more. So in the name of satisfaction, more dissatisfaction is coming to us, if we look at it that way. Otherwise, we will say to ourselves, I am progressing. Yesterday I could afford this, today I can afford this, and I can afford this, and I can afford this. So I am growing, I am doing better, which is true. You are getting satisfied for what you can do, but at the same time realize that your desire for more is coming and is not letting you sit in peace. So your satisfaction, which could be there, although you are getting, but there is demand for more right at that moment. So are you truly satisfied at the level of heart? Not necessarily. Just momentarily at that time at the level of body and mind. But now we want more. Whereas if you use the example of someone who is enjoying completely within themselves, no desire to go anywhere, it doesn't come. Even if they can manage, because that will become the true satisfaction, because you know that you can handle it. It's not you cannot go. If I had to go to the restaurant, using the same example, and I couldn't go because of either a shortage of money, or I didn't have the car, or I didn't have the friends, then it's not satisfaction. That means I couldn't go. There was really a desire. I couldn't meet it, right? But when I can, but really there is no intention to go. Why? Because I'm satisfied in me. Even if I don't get A, I don't get B, I don't get C to eat, whatever I have got, even it is from yesterday, it's good for me. It satisfied me. It satisfied the need for the body. I have good enough food that gives nutrient to the body, so it keeps running, and it gives me the energy so I can do things. And I am satisfied within myself to get what I have got. I have no demand or need to go further. Then we are talking towards satisfaction in example of food. You can use any example of anything. You want to get a car, you want to get a house, you want to do whatever you like. But satisfaction is something intangible. Once the thought process driven by the consciousness is satisfied, wherever you look, whatever action you do, you will find satisfaction in there, with the minimum, because your evaluation is going to be based on not running and getting it, the need for it. We have a body, right? So if we have a body, we need to fulfill the desire or the requirements for the body, and that is fine. There is no restriction that we shouldn't. But once it turns into lust and you get like, I need to have that by hook or crook, then your mind is taking over. Satisfaction is going away. The other things which we don't call such positive or such good qualities taking over. Mind is taking over instead of inner consciousness. So that is where satisfaction is very important when we travel onto the path of inner advancement, inner guidance. We need to take from the thought process, it comes that do we want to enjoy at what level? The question comes to us. We start answering that question, why we need it. Do we really need it? How much do we need to leave it? All these questions, when they come from the heart, they are good because they are leading us to think about true satisfaction. When we are satisfied, we go to the peaceful and within ourselves, the peaceful environment within us. When we are at the peace, we are going to the base. And base, the frequency of the base start matching with the frequency of the universe. And universe is always in complete enlightenment. We feel the same frequency, it becomes bigger. Satisfaction is so important in our advancement that without that it's difficult to progress because we cannot experience the peace. With peace comes happiness, right? Because when we are peaceful, we are happy within ourselves. We do not need the television. We do not need the computers. We do not need the rides. These are all the needs and requirements that keeps us running and running and running. And sometimes we run so fast, we don't even know why are we running. So realize from that perspective that as soon as we start to feel whatever I have, I am very satisfied. Satisfaction would lead to peace. And you can realize sometimes peace has many benefits, obviously. What you can accomplish in 2 hours if you are satisfied within yourself, peaceful and happy, because at that time universe is on your side. You can get things accomplished a lot faster, a lot better. And that's positive because you become productive. You are becoming productive with the environment, with the nature. And that productivity is very positive for you, for the surroundings, for the nature, because it is coming from there. So the question, what is satisfaction, we went over. When we feel satisfied, we are going over right now. We feel satisfied when our inner desires start to go down. First we reason, because mind is always sitting there to question. It will. Its job is to question. And sometimes it encourages us to do such activities which are not so productive. We get highly dissatisfied. And when we get highly dissatisfied, we get very turbulent. We get itchy, we are grouchy. Somebody talks to us, we want to bite their head off because we are not satisfied inside. Dissatisfaction leads to unhappiness. Unhappiness means all the environment that is around us and within us is very turbulent. And you know how when everything is upside down, how do you do things? Not so productive. whoever comes close to you also gets very disturbed. So we are making the whole commotion in the environment very negative, and we feel the worst because we are doing it, right? So when we start feeling more and more satisfied from inside by meditating, by going within us, by realizing that is it really needed, or I am chasing it to show my ego, to show my pride, or to satisfy my pride, then we are really not looking into satisfaction. And without satisfaction, we cannot be peaceful. It's a leading thing, it's an equal thing. Satisfaction leads to happiness, or satisfaction equal to happiness. Happiness is something that starts bringing more qualities from within us because we are happy. We are not in competition. We are not looking. There is no comparisons. We are not looking for any praises for us because we are satisfied. Whatever we do for us, and that's good for us. We don't need to. Why do we need to justify to others? Because we want a reputation. We want our pride. All these things have to come. But more and more we get into satisfaction, the better we feel about ourselves, because satisfaction leads to happiness, as I said, or equates to happiness for that matter. When we are happy, it so happens that the inner love starts to come out. When the inner love comes out, it spreads little by little, but it automatically goes because our vibes become such. We become so good and happy and so feelingful. We are giving out the nice positive feelings. We become so positive about everything that automatically happens. So whoever comes closer to us also feels satisfied. Because if you sit with someone who doesn't have this, who doesn't have that, sometime we must have experienced, I have experienced, you go in some people's company and they don't have this and there is a lot of negative, and we walk out and go, my God, that was some we shared a lot of things, but the environment was not so positive, so kind of negative. I feel down now. We do say that to each other, that we feel down. And with some people's company, we go and we are turbulent. We walk to them and they are sitting all very satisfied, very happy and very loving. And we sit with them. When we come out, we already forgot our problems because we felt so good in their company, you see. So these things all matter. They all work together as long as our inner awareness is where we have started to concentrate on them. It's not that inner awareness was lost. That is not true, because without that consciousness we could not be alive. But it was covered and covered. So the more steps we take towards more steps we take to go towards inner self, the more we peel out the layers. We start looking what is making us that we are not so happy. What is making us that we are not so satisfied? Why we are not so satisfied? And when we start to look from the perspective of, okay, there I stand, this is what I need, this is not giving me so much, this is giving me so much, but I only need so much. And then because of the awareness, we also start feeling, hey, with this much I am satisfied, this much is more, I can donate it to someone. I give it to someone. The heart becomes like that. And then when we give it to someone, again, the law of universe comes back. Many folds, the same thing is coming back to us. So, what is satisfaction we went over, when we realize it, and how does it come? The last part becomes, how does it come? It comes when we sit in the company of someone who is enlightened. Because the enlightened soul has gone through these steps. Anybody who is enlightened, it doesn't happen like a switch, somebody turned it on and someone got enlightened. No, they also go through these steps. I know there have been many masters, there are many teachers. We go to universities, for example, at the level of mind, because those teachers are enlightened into the subject to at the level of body, mind, and intellect. So we go to them. But we need to go to them because they can help us. All the information is available on the internet today, but we still like to go to university because when we go, the teacher teaches us, then we are tested, then we are given a certification. Same thing happens in spirituality. When we start to work on these treasures like satisfaction and peace and love and all that, these gems we need to work on. We get advancement in it. How? By coming in the company who are already advanced. And those enlightened souls become such conscious co-worker of the nature and universe that it becomes a part of their life to support other human beings to get elevated in their consciousness. And little by little, when this consciousness starts to grow in every individual, can you imagine all these positive things, all these gems in their treasure also start to come up. And when they come up, the whole society's consciousness goes up. And that makes the universe consciousness goes up. And it starts to match with it. And when it matches with it, the frequency alignment, you feel you are a part of that nature. And that is the enlightenment in its own way. Enlightenment is not something that we can ever say we got all of it. It just doesn't work this way. It's always beyond and beyond and beyond. But we taking the little steps to each gem and doing the best we can to accomplish the maximum that we can and enjoying it, being satisfied with it. Whatever progress we made today, that's good. If somebody made more progress than us, that's great for them. But what we made for us today, and that's good. That is again a part of satisfaction. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the session with me today. I always love doing these sessions with you. Always remember, happiness is not too far. It's within us. And at the same time, you always remember, I love you. During these sessions, if you have any questions, you can always write to us. If you would like to leave a message for us, you can visit our website, drkors.com. You can visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/drkors. You can watch these videos on YouTube, youtube.com/drkors. You can follow us on Twitter, and you are always welcome to read our blogs on consciousness or thoughts of the day, and hopefully you can share these videos with your friends and relatives. Once again, thank you so much for watching this session, and I'm sure that I will talk to you again next Saturday at 6 o'clock. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.